This has turned into quite a long rambling video of me basically thinking out loud. So here's the gist of what's in the video, and if you want to watch the long version you can do. Right, I've been fixing the exhausts on this because the silencer mount's split, and I think I might have figured out the problem running at high throttle openings. That's it. And here's the cat, and then the rest of the video. What's better than biscuits? More biscuits. You know, it's my custom paint job. I just thought I'd start rubbing the tank down, and I rubbed through the paint I put on and it started to show what was underneath. I'm not sure the colours complement too well, but the effect's kinda alright. It's a little while since I posted anything about this KZ750 twin. So I'm going to call this damage report and running report. So let's start with damage. I'm just back from a run on it, and it's shaking one of the mirrors off. It did shake it loose, and it's shaking it off. I'll see if I can find on the video the point it actually happened. I've been using it quite hard, you know, shaking it down. There's more and more things I'm having to sort of lock tight into place. Not as bad as my old 1970s Bonneville, right enough. You know, if you went anywhere near the national speed limit, you used to go back along the road, you'd come picking the bits up. It was, yeah, it was good going uphill with the torque. And this is the same, nice torque. There's always a bit of vibration though. Damage report, breakage. This morning, and the reason all this stuff is lying there, is to do with the exhaust, the silencers. If you look in there, you'll see where the flat plate that I made up bolts onto. It's like a U section that's been welded onto the exhaust, and then it's been chromed. Well, they basically split at there where the bolt, it goes against the flat metal mounting plate I made up. So what I've done, I didn't want to try welding it. It's very thin, but it's chromed as well. Stainless steel's good because you can just weld it and grind it smooth and it doesn't affect it, but I'd lose the chrome if I tried welding that. So what I've done is I've drilled through the outer section and into the middle perforated tube, and I've threaded it and I bolted right through, and I've locked it with a lock nut. So we'll see how that goes. If that's not going to work too well, it might be fine. I'm going to get some kind of coach bolts or something, and I'll drill right through and make it look nice. You know, I'll get profiled washer or something, because that's at a bit of an angle. That's what I was doing this morning. Seems to be alright now. See how long it lasts. Running report. This is what I've been working on. It's at high throttle openings and kind of higher-ish, or the second half of the RPM range, it does this dodgy running that initially I thought was rich. So I kept leaning it and leaning it and leaning it and putting smaller and smaller main jets in it, and I got it so lean that it was backfiring out the exhaust and spitting, but it still does this strange running thing. So I thought, well, plugs are looking rich, which didn't make sense. So after various experimentations, including using the other carburetors, which don't idle too well, but it still does this dodgy running. Whether you make it lean, whether you make it rich, wherever you put the needle position, the plugs, if it's been doing it significantly, the plugs show rich, which made me think it's ignition. So I'm on my second ignition coil, I'm running it on points. I've been trying resistor plugs, non-resistor caps, resistor cap, and it all makes a bit of a difference, but it seems to work best with non-resistor plugs, non-resistor caps, and points ignition. It still does it though. These are new, so they're quite soft, but these are old and quite hard. They're not split or anything, but they are quite hard. It's difficult to push the carburetors in. In fact, you can't push the carburetors in there. You have to take these off, put them on the carburetors, and then bolt the whole lot back. So I'm starting to think it might be fuel frothing, because it's not very precise. It's kind of, sometimes it clears and you'll suddenly take off, and other times, you know, it seems worse. My next stage is I'm going to see if I can get these carburetor rubbers, get some nice new soft ones. But that's my conclusion. It's the only thing I can think of. There's nothing much else other than to say, yes, I've been using it. I've been using it quite hard as well. The vibration on longer journeys can get a bit annoying, but you know, it's what it is, and it'll be absolutely fine for what I want it for. It's back roads and local towns. It's a nice upright bike. I've got high bars on it. Handles nicely, nice neutral handling, because I've got, you know, they're not low profile metric tyres, they're rounded imperial ones, imperial size. I don't think there's anything else to say. I've got some exhaust parts to make the cross pipe, to link these together. I'll just put it in that section, I'll put in there, and I'll just do it there. There isn't a centre stand on the bike, so it's not going to be a problem. So I don't know when I'll do those. Might just wait till over the winter. I think what I want to try and do is get new carburetor rubbers. If anyone else has got any ideas, as I say, it does it with both sets of carburetors, but sort of differently, but it's the same kind of throttle opening and the same engine speed, so it's going to be the same vibration. It does it whether it's electronic ignition or points ignition. It does it whether I've got resistor plugs, resistor carps, or no resistance in the system at all. And it seems to be slightly worse if I just top the tank up. If I've been running down on the reserve and then I top it up, it seems to make it worse. I was just editing some of these videos together, and I was watching back, and the bit where I was describing the symptoms of the running problem it's got here. And what triggered me to think this was that when I'm running on like reserve, really low down, it's not so bad. It's dodgy running. But when I fill it up, this has happened 2 or 3 times, and if I fill it right to the top of the tank, it makes it worse. So what it's making me think is it's maybe the needle valves on the float that are not seating with the vibration, and it's letting it flood. Now, it does it with both sets of carburetors, but the other VM type carburetors, I think it's the same type of float needle, needle valve, and the same type of seat. So, I mean, they're copies of a Mikuni. Pretty faithful copies by the looks of them too. So, I'm starting to think the symptoms are suggesting it's going rich due to vibration at a certain point, and it's flooding because of that, because the needle valves are not seating properly. It would seem to make sense. The only thing I can say against it, well, there's 2 small things. First of all, both carburetors do it, but as I've just said, it's possible that they could be doing it, the 2 pairs. And the other thing is it's kind of on and off. It doesn't fade. If it was running rich, you think it would fade as the float level adjusted back to what it should be. But it seems to be very sort of on and off. Possibly it would be like that, I don't know. But I'm going to try and get needle valves, the needle on the float valve, they've got the rubber tips on them. I'll see if that makes a difference. I'm struggling to find the inlet rubbers. They're not available now, and it seems to be, again, as many things are on this bike, is unique to this bike. I might find something that will do, but there's so many sellers of these things do not put the sizes. There's some on AliExpress in China, they actually put the measurements, but so many just don't bother. They just say what it's for, or they put the part number. But yeah, that's what I'm starting to think now. It could be that. Putting rubber tipped needle valves in it is curing a symptom rather than curing the problem. If it is that, then what I want to do is reduce the vibration on the carburetors. Anyway, that's probably it for the moment, so thank you for watching again. Ah, there's the cat. Hello. You liking the warm weather? What else do you see? Is that right? Oh, it's an insect or something. What have you found? Something. Hello, hello. That's right. I've no idea what it means. I'll just lie on the warm slab. There we go.